Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm showing you 10 super easy FL Studio tips for Mac and basically Windows. These tips will help you work faster, make your beats cleaner and produce professional sounding tracks even if you are a beginner. I will explain how to do each tip step by step using menus, mouse clicks and simple shortcuts that work on any computer. Open FL Studio and let's get started. Number one tip is route sounds to mixer using the channel menu. For example, we have literally any channel on the channel rack, and we make sure that we select it and we hit Command L or Control L on Windows. This will assign the channel rack to a mixer. This is the channel and this is the mixer channel, and it gave the name automated and also the mixer assigned. It helps because it keeps your mixer organized and lets you quickly add effects to its sound, and we keep the mixer more organized this way. Tip number 2, rename and color your channels. We hit right click and rename and color. We will name it, for example, drums, and we can give a color as well. We hit accept and tick. It helps in a way to make the project easier to navigate, and also helps you identify the sounds faster and also keep a very clean workflow. Randomize notes for natural feel. Select notes in the piano roll using Command A and go with tools and randomize, or also you can use the option and R, and this way you can play with the parameters and give your notes a more natural feel on the velocity and on timing and on the length. It adds human feel to your drums, hi-hats and percussions. Also on melodies you can use it. It makes your whole production sound less robotic. Another way to make your production stand out is to use automations right here from the top menu. You can, for example, automate the volume with right click and create automation. This way you don't have to use external plugins and you can work way faster. Also build tension with risers and transitions and generally make your production sounds more professional. Next on the list is consolidate heavy patterns. For example, my droplets here, I'm hitting right click and consolidate tracks from song start. This way I am turning complex patterns into audio. I'm also reducing CPU usage and the bigger projects run way smoother. Another way to keep your FL projects organized is to select the timestamps you want to add the marker, and you hit time markers, add one. For example, this one is the build up, this one is the drop. You can also do it faster using the right click here, but I also want to have the time selected as well. Drop. This way you keep your arrangement clearer, you can jump between sections faster and help you structure your song visually. Another tip I'm going to give you is to check your mix in mono. This way you can detect phase issues and ensure your mix sounds good on all speakers. Also, you make the bass and the stereo instruments more balanced. You do this by turning this knob all the way to the left. Now the master channel is on mono. Another way I like to keep my mixer more organized is I don't automate the volume of the fader. I put a fruity balance and I make the automations here. This way I can mix the track inside the playlist as I want it, and if I want to change the main volume, make the entire sound louder or quieter, I can just bring the fader down or up, and this way I don't mess with the mix that I have on the fruit balance plugin. A very cool plugin that I found myself using a lot of time is the Wave Candy. You can use this plugin on your mix bus or on your master bus, and this way you can monitor the loudness of your track at each stage. It helps you visually see how loud or how quiet the track is. You can leave it here on the corner and check the meters from time to time. Also, another tip is I want to duplicate these notes. I select the length of the pattern and I use Command B or Control B, and it duplicates the selected time to the exact mirrored numbers. A cool trick that I found myself doing is using ghost notes. For example, we are on this pattern. I hit the scale of the track, for example E minor, and this way it allows me to use only the notes in the white which are in the correct scale. I can see which notes are the correct ones, and I can make chords, melodies or harmonies and be in the correct scale. Also, you can make a more visually, you can go to another pattern, use these notes as a ghost. You can even mute the channel, for example, and you can go here and see more clearly which notes are allowed in the scale, and you can also be very musical and very creative with that. Also, final tip, I really like to stretch my samples using the stretch mode. This way you can alter the duration of the sample and not mess with the pitch. If you use anything else, for example resample or E3 generic or something like that, most of the times you mess with the pitch. This way you can make sure that you hit the correct length of the sample and not mess with the pitch all that much. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video.